Good morning, Stampin' Peeps. It is Wednesday, September 11th, and we are checking in here today for a Facebook Live. September 11th is obviously one of the days that we as Americans have a moment of reflection, and for good reason. But so yeah, I'm hoping today will be a good day. Good morning, Ruby. We're checking in today, and I'm going to do a cute little fun fold that we did at for my class this week. So it's kind of fun. You guys will have fun working on this one. So again, thank you for joining me. Make sure you give me a little wave or thumbs up, leave a comment, share my video. So today we're doing the fun fold, like I mentioned, and hopefully you get some stamping in this week. I'm working, got the scrubs on, ready to go this afternoon. So I'm working this whole week. So one of my coworkers is on vacation, and so I'm filling in for second shift. So that being said, we can go ahead and flip you around and get started with the good stuff. Don't need to see me. Let me flip us all around here. Okay, there we go. All right, so what we are going to work on today is I'm going to use some of the designer paper. This is the card that we're going to be doing for our thing here. See, it's kind of cool. And then the inside opens up with a saying on the inside. So kind of fun, and it's actually fairly simple. So don't forget, here in September, we have the Designer Series paper sale, buy 3, get 1 free. And it is the regular line of designer paper, and you can get the pressed petals as your free one. So let me show you a real quick card. This is a card that I did using some of the pressed petals paper. Both of those pieces are from the pressed petal. So that is and here are some of the other ones that we did at class. So this was a little fun fold. I'm using just a 1/4 sheet of designer paper, kind of fun. This is another one. It's another fun fold that we did. Opens up, and I use the same layout to finish up. I'm using the woven threads. This is the Perennial Essence. This is the Magnolia Lane. And this one is the woven threads. And this is one of the cards for my in color for September. I'm working on getting my August stuff together, but been running a little behind. I don't have the inside, but you can see it's kind of a fun fold. Kind of neat how that works. So just some great use of our designer paper. The designer paper through the end of September is buy 3, get 1 free. So make sure that you take advantage of that while you can, because we like to have lots of paper at our disposal. So let's go ahead and get going on this little card, because it does take a little bit longer than usual. So, all right. So that being said, I'm hoping to send out a newsletter this week, and I will put the dimensions for this in your newsletter so that you have that, as well as a link back to this video so that you can reference it at a later date. So I am just using some of our Night of Navy cardstock. So I am going to go ahead and add my Bashful Blue. Put that on the front here. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to use a circle punch. That one looks a little crooked. Let's switch that for a second. Okay. That looks better. I'll be happier with that. So, all right, just using a circle punch. And what I'm doing is I'm just punching out the left side, just a little pull tab, because that's going to be where we are going to pull. Good morning, Tammy. Good to see you this morning. All right, so I'm going to set that aside for a second. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the designer paper, and I'm going to attach that to the white layer. And looks just like that, okay? All right, now what I need to do is I am going to use the punch, and I'm going to take my paper and I'm going to drop it all the way down. You see that? And I'm going to leave a little bit of a opening on the left side. I'm going to move it down, and it'll be even because I've dropped it all the way in. And so I have there we go. So what I have is a pull channel. That's where our little sailboat is going to ride on. Okay. I'm going to clean that up a little bit here, because there we go. That's better. trying to do this. It's always going to make a liar out of you. Okay, so what I have is just an opening, and this will be the front of our card. So next step, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I have my little puller, and I'm going to take a little strip of cardstock, and I'm going to punch it with the circle punch. And what it makes is that's going to be my little pull tab, okay? Now, here is the fun part, and it's actually fairly simple. I have got these are the foam adhesive strips. They work, they work great for shaker cards and things like that. But what I'm going to do is I am going to make a little channel. What I want is on the back side of my paper, when we don't want we need something to hold our puller in place. We don't want it, flipping around. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some of those strips, and I am going to make a little guide here, and you just want it next to it. You don't want to be on it, because what happens is, let's make sure that's in the middle. Let's see, okay. I just want basically it's just going to be a little barricade. I'm making a little channel in here. Does that make sense? So that way our puller can't flop around. See, it's caught. Okay, and because I want to make sure that it's stable, I'm going to add a few more of those. And no, I would not recommend, if you're going to make a channel using these foam adhesive strips, I would not recommend using regular dimensionals, because the regular dimensionals are just slightly thinner than the foam adhesive strips. And so what's going to happen is you would have a bulge. Like this piece would be thick and then these would be thinner. So what I wanted to be all on the same dimension or the same plane. So that is why I went ahead and used foam adhesive strips for the entire piece. There's a lot on these packs, and really you get 2 of these in a packet, so it's going to last forever. Okay, so here is, oh, and look at that, I did mine upside down. All right, well, my real one, whoever I send this to, I will send you a better one, because we don't want, although that's east, that's west, north, south. Oh, who knows? Okay, well, anyways, yeah, my south is going north. Huh. All right, let's go ahead and, all right. So that is the front of our card. So that's our little puller. Isn't that cute? Now, what I forgot to do too is, you probably want, once this is done, it's not going to matter, but go ahead and you could put one right here so that it stops it. But once we put our other images on, it's not going to matter. So does that make any sense? Hey, good morning, Renee. Good to see you too. All right, so I have went ahead and I have stamped and die cut some of these from the, this is from the, what stamp set is this one? Let's see, I can't even remember. Sailing Home, haha. All right, so now these I am actually going to use dimensionals on, because again, I don't want them too thick. I just want them slightly popped off, and I want it thick, enough that my sailboat, when it comes sliding, is going to be able to hide behind that. Does that make sense? So we're just going to put one up here and one up here. And okay. And let's add another one here too. And again, make sure you remember, kind of be mindful of where you're going to put your dimensionals, because you don't want them to put them in the center, because that would block your sailboat. So we're going to put set sail in the direction of your dreams. And because this is here, it's going to be able to pull and hide behind that. Totally cute, hey? This would make a great birthday card, a great, a nice graduation card, welcome to the new job, different things like that. So, okay. And now again, I'm going to use just another schnibble of this little stuff here, because again, I want it on the same plane as my, the top layer here. So I'm going to just take and put a little piece right here on that puller. See how, so when it's going to, isn't that cute? All right. So let's put our little sailboat right on here, and look at, whoop, going to town. Haha, so fun. So let's stamp the inside of our, so this is going to be the inside of our layer as well. And I am going to stamp it with the Life Was Meant for Good Friends and Great Adventures, Keep Dreaming. Renee, I know your husband has a boat. It's not a sailboat, but this would be kind of a cute card for him for just a nice little birthday card. Life Was Meant for Good Friends and Great Adventures. Stamp this on the, there you go, add our anchor. We are going to go ahead and layer that up. I think Renee's husband actually built his boat, if I'm not mistaken, right? It looked pretty cool no matter what it was. Okay. All right, so that is your inside, and here's your outside, and it's a little fun fold with a little sailboat that moves. So isn't that fun? So stinking cute. So again, don't forget that this month, make sure that you are subscribed to my newsletter because I am going to send one of those out this week. Don't forget the buy 3, get 1 free specials. And if you are, I'm starting a new thing. Thanks, Tammy. It is kind of a fun card. I wish I could show you the rest of them from the Fun Folds class, but we'll save that for another day. So again, if you do place an order, a $40 order, and I have a hostess code that I will be putting up, I will send you a free PDF using the Spooktacular Bash stamp set. So it's a lot of fun. So again, thanks again for joining me. Make sure that you like my page and oh, and look at the dog. Perfect timing. The dog wants to come in too. Oh, you know what I forgot? Sorry. So here's what the last step. Congrats. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stamp that little congrats right here. And so it's hidden until you pull it out. Too fun. So thanks again for joining me today. Like I said, this is Sarah with Stinking Cute Cards, and happy stamping today. Toodles.